The next video we're about to be reacting to is Where Are the Kendrick Lamar GNX Features Now by Luesta. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
Exaggeration to say that Kendrick Lamar's GNX project was the biggest album of 2024. A blockbuster album that led to a springboard all the way to the Super Bowl, Dot's personal ode to the West Coast remains the best-selling project in 2025 by total units. Along the way, it set the stage for a blockbuster joint tour between himself and SZA, his longtime TDE collaborator, who appeared on 2 tracks on the project in the form of Luther and the album closer, Gloria. But while we all know where K-Dot and SZA are at this point in their careers, what is less high profile is the fate of those artists who also contributed to the project. After all, 8 artists charted for the first time ever off the strength of the album, with Kendrick making it clear that this was his answer to everyone who said that he never put on for the coast.
You said Dot wasn't gonna give none of them on stage, no features. He put all the young homies on from the city on the album.
But you know what's crazy though? And I'm not really into hip hop, right? But when I first listened to the album, because it was a surprise drop, when I first listened to the album, I was like, okay, who are these niggas? And it's crazy. The only person I recognized, and it wasn't until later, was, I think it's Azcheek or Azcheek. I don't know how to say his name. But the only reason I know about him is because he was on Blue Lips, Schoolboy Q's album, Blue Lips. But yeah, I mean, that's a huge thing. So congratulations to them. That's hype. I really hope that they did what they needed to do and took that and ran, because I mean, I saw the rapper Ash. I don't know I don't know how to say his name, but I know he took a picture with Tyler and he said he's going to get a feature with him. Well, he said he threatened to get a feature with him, or he's going to beat his ass, some shit like that. It was on. I think he was just trolling on Twitter. And I heard Lefty Gunplay, he tried to get up on stage for GNX tour, and they was like, no, you're not getting up on here. Oh, Azcheek also performed his verse. I don't really hear about anything else about the other people who were on Kendrick Lamar's album, right? Excuse me. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about it. I mean, I want to see where they're at, honestly. I want to see what they up to now, man. Because I'm not really locked in to what's going on with the West Coast, West Coast, or the Kendrick and Drake beef, shit like that. I'm excited for Drake's new album, Iceman, to come out. He's been teasing it, shit like that. So hopefully it comes out sometime soon, man.
What I would say, I think I'll say something better. I think we encourage him to do that.
But as the dust settles, the question is, did the feature make a real difference to the lives of any of those involved? Or was it just an opportunity that most of them squandered almost as soon as it happened? It's your boy Luesta, and this is our investigation into where Kendrick Lamar's GNX features are today. And before we get into who might have managed to make something out of it, let's first take a look at one of the worst cases of having that golden chance slip through their fingers. Among all of the West Coast artists who spontaneously popped up on the record, Dodie Six was widely viewed as having one of the best features on the entire project. Whenever it was discussed, his name was routinely brought up. And for the LA rapper, it represented a long-awaited recognition for a career that began back in 2021. After gradually garnering a buzz, he found himself on Dot's radar and was brought into the studio to contribute to Hey Now. Among the many rappers who got their first Billboard appearance and gold.
I ain't gonna cap. His feature was my favorite one on the album. Yeah, Dodie Six's feature was my favorite one. It goes him, and then Azcheek. But yeah, Dodie Six was my favorite. I'm not even gonna cap.
Plaque as a byproduct of being
It still is my
featured.
favorite.
This marked the end of a long road for a rapper who once spent 7 years behind bars for a robbery. And initially, he had nothing but love for K-Dot after the track went live, reflecting warmly on his experience of recording together.
Our vibe, me and Kendrick vibed out though, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He fucks with it for real.
Yeah.
Even his whole team, shout out to his whole team. They treat nigga like family still to this day.
But the good times wouldn't continue. And as Doty's life continued to spiral out of control, he soon pointed the finger directly at Kendrick for things not changing for him the way that he envisioned. And after he became homeless, Doty went on live to diss Dot directly.
Fat cuz, cause I ain't got no destination, bro.
I ain't gonna cap. I saw that too. This is when I was on Twitter, just mindlessly scrolling, doom scrolling. That's what they call it. And I saw this, and I was like, bruh. And at first, I was thinking about it. I was like, bruh, is what they really saying about Kendrick don't put on for the city, is that true? Then I had to think outside. I was like, bruh, wait a minute. Kendrick put him on the album. So that's a huge thing if Kendrick, especially off the win from Drake, the him versus Drake beef, he put you on the album and people are saying you have the best verse and people are looking forward to your shit. Excuse me. And you didn't capitalize on that moment by like putting out more music. That's on you. That is on you. It's not on Kendrick. It's on you for not capitalizing off of that moment. So you can't blame nobody but yourself, brother. Like, I'm sure that you've met or networked with some people around Kendrick to where like they can help you out with the business and shit. Kendrick can't always be there to hold you, like to spoon feed you information and shit like that. There's people around the biz that they can go ahead and help you capitalize off of this shit. But you just need to ask the right people. You need to ask those questions, not just blame it on Kendrick.
See, I've lost my house. I'm homeless. I'm crip. I admit that shit. I fell down. I'm gonna bounce back up to watch this. It's all good, cuz. And these I can't wait till these rap start saying shit in their songs on the dead homies. I'm gonna beat their ass on the beat and I'm gonna kill them in real life.
Oh, wow.
Despite declaring on the same album that he would not hold your hand in this business, Doty persisted, and soon he was trying to get No Jumper host Adam22 to share his rhetoric that he
As a round belly, religious girl, I take my Gymshark sales selects very serious.
Don't care.
hated Dot, and that his life was in shambles. Bro, post that I'm on I don't give a post Doty is on then K-Dot ain't tapping in. But despite his insistence that it was on Kendrick, essentially no one was willing to put the onus of responsibility on Dot to improve someone's life when he handed them a shot at global recognition. Kendrick provided an opportunity. It was up to him to ride the wave. Even Drake's glazing general, Academics, had to concede that K-Dot did nothing wrong, and it was on any of the rappers involved to seize the opportunity.
What y'all LA thought this was, man? I keep telling y'all, with all due respect, Kendrick, y'all call him the boogeyman, but he's not Santa Claus, all right? He can't give you stimulus packages. Nobody cares about y'all if y'all collaborate with Kendrick. Now, I'm not gonna blame Kendrick for you being homeless. You're a grown-ass man, so I'm not gonna give no blame to Kendrick. But I wanna remind you, West Coast again, Kendrick wave is only for Kendrick. Kendrick fans ain't gonna listen to you, support you, none of that.
Whether or not it was...
Bro, that's why you gotta, bro, literally that's why you gotta create your own wave and create your own community. Because the biggest thing is, yeah, he was getting a little buzz, and then he got on the Kendrick album. But that, yeah, maybe that'll bring more fans and shit like that. But it's like, what are you gonna do with that? That's your time to go ahead and, all right, bet. I'm going to put in more work then. I'm going to start rapping, and I'll try to be at every club or some shit like that, or be in a booth, like, no days off. Not worry about nobody else, locked in a studio, just writing down some shit, getting up raps, rap as much as you can. Fucking, like I said, just fucking make a mixtape and then go perform it. Make some music videos. Do what you need to do. Get yourself out there. Especially because you don't want to have that buzz, man.
Spawned by the lack of public sympathy, or because someone from Kendrick's entourage reached out to inform him that it wasn't a bridge it'd be wise to burn, Doty quickly backpedaled on his Instagram a few days later. I want to publicly apologize to Kendrick for calling Cuz a bitch. He is far from that, and ain't did nothing but bless me and my life. With that remedied, you'd have hope that Dodie could get back to music. But aside from dropping a track with Hit Boy and delivering a string of excellent features, he's still having a terrible time. For one thing, he wound up in a car crash with his girlfriend, only to immediately jump on Instagram Live to show the after effects.
I'm talking about.
Oh shit.
I'm not going to no hospital, nigga. Out of here. They said my head hit this shit. Hey, what are we doing? Am I getting towed? I want to get this towed.
We're just waiting for CHP to show up.
All right,
That's the most retarded thing anybody could ever do, bro. You get in a car accident, the first thing you do is go on live. First thing you do is go on live, huh? Get off the phones, man. Like, I don't know what, like, you trying to get clout from, well, oh, you almost died, so you want sympathy supporters, man? Damn, he almost died. He got in a car accident. He think he Kanye. Let me go ahead and, what's his next album coming out? What's his last release? Let's go support him. That ain't gonna happen, buddy.
I'm gonna leave. Hey, get somebody, get us Uber. We out of here.
Wow.
Lamp the beamer, that's my forehead, bro. That's
Damn.
crazy, bro.
Should have been wearing your seatbelt, nigga.
No, I don't want to go to no hospital, bro. I'm good.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right, man. If anything changes, right?
I can go.
If you start having a headache.
Then, he wound up missing his teeth following
Jesus.
a fight, with speculation being that he was jumped by members of the Rolling 40s Crips that he belonged to for apparently switching up. But that doesn't mean he's left the gang life behind. Arguing with members of the Baby Stone Gorillas in traffic, threatening them to pull out hammers.
Me too. Let me see it.
See, this shit is why I don't feel bad about people who miss the opportunity, because they're still doing bullshit. You got a Kendrick feature, but you still trying to be in that life. You're not in that life. You can't do that. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Are you not gonna learn your lesson from fucking King Von? You're not gonna learn your lesson from Nipsey Hussle? You're not gonna learn your lesson from plenty of the rappers who try to be in the life? Or learn your lessons from fucking Lil Durk? You can't be a rapper and also be about that street shit. It don't work. No wonder your life's going bad, man. And nothing but, peace, prosperity, and love towards you. But bro, you need to get yourself together and be in the studio. Stop trying to do that gang shit, because that's not, you out here worrying about other people's hoods. You don't even got a fucking house, man. Or a car. You just got an accident.
Let me see it. I ain't see it. Where your gun at? I don't like stains, bro. Let me see your gun.
And you just got jumped.
I don't. Sir, shoot me. Shoot me. Pull up, man. Pull up. Where your gun at? Fuck stains.
However, he needs to heed the examples of others if he is ever going to manage to rise out of the gutter in the way that others have. The difference between AZ Chike and this dude is that Chike wants it bad.
AZ Chike. What's called a nigga ass cheek or ass Chike. AZ Chike. Okay, bet.
And is not with this foolery.
Facts.
Don't complain you are not winning when you keep making yourself lose.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, if you're looking for a rapper who truly excelled and capitalized, look no further than AZ Chike. A longtime staple of the LA underground, AZ Chike has been making waves since 2019 and has put together a very impressive array of contacts over the years. And without even realizing it, it was the bond he built with one of Dot's TDE brothers that would eventually connect him to Kendrick and set the stage for his feature on Peekaboo.
How did the connection even begin between you and Kendrick?
Schoolboy Q.
See? See?
He
Schoolboy Q.
I remember, like I said, he randomly FaceTimes me on a Monday afternoon, like 1 p.m. And I had been waking up late around that time, and I just told myself, all right, you gotta get up early. You know, in the morning, it's a lot to get done, and I was up that day, and Q never FaceTimed me. Maybe a dry text, but never FaceTimes me.
Sure.
So I instantly answered. He called me in the Rolls Royce. He like, what you on? I'm like, I ain't on nothing. I'm at the house chilling.
Yeah.
He like, you around anybody? I'm like, nah, I'm by myself. He like, I just got off the phone with Dot, and he said he want to with you, but I want to, make sure I let you know before I send him your number. And of course, in my head, I'm freaking out, but like, like the thing, like I told you before with TD is like you gotta hold your cool. So when he tell me that, I'm like, oh yeah, send his number.
I
through.
got it.
It's
It's
good.
fine.
It's good. Send
I'm
that
okay.
through.
Yeah.
And
Gotta hold my cool, nigga. It's Kendrick and School. I'm on the phone with Schoolboy Q, and Kendrick about. Nah, I'm going ham. Get. All right, bet. Kendrick, nigga, I'm getting there, nigga. It's hype.
he like, yeah, I'm gonna send it through, and he like, bro, whatever he have you come through to do, kill that shit. Go crazy, I'm telling you now.
The resulting feature was a star-making occasion, prompting many people to look at AZ like never before. Among them was Warner Records, who promptly signed him to a deal not too long after. From there, Chyke has been pushing hard to further his career, even making a point of reacting to his verse when it was performed at the Super Bowl.
I get tough on IG Live. You know my love voice with that. Let's get it. Surprise. It's your boy, Chuck E. Cheese. I FaceTime my eye. I'm up the street. It's AZZ. I put the boys to sleep. He on the ground, praise God, and stomping feet.
All right, so look. Now,
See, this is what's up.
Give me a feature on the record, on the album. You gonna give me creative direction, R&B your ass.
See?
Say cheese. Say cheese. You got it on records. Say cheese.
Since then, he's continued to tease big things as his major label debut looms, even performing Peekaboo with Dot during night 3 of selling out SoFi Stadium in LA. But for all the victories that he's had thus far, it must be noted that he has had a blemish too, in the shape of his involvement in the Joey Badass versus the West Coast beef. Despite that,
I totally forgot about this. That's why I called him Ass Cheek, cause Joey Badass.
dedicating a whole track to the subject known as What Would You Do, Joey effectively roasted him with one solitary line in My Town by spitting,
Rayvon was so last week, now I'm hearing shit about some name ass cheek who wanna be the next victim. How many
Bruh, hold on. Bruh, I get it, like you trying to go ahead and protect, or not to say protect, but you're trying to show like Kendrick, like, hey, bro, I'm not taking this opportunity you giving me, and I'm not squandering it. So I got you. You know, I got you, nigga. No, don't be. No, you're getting up, like climbing the ladder. You're a little dog right now when it comes to TDE. Don't squander your life by getting a fucking rap beef with Joey Badass, who's been in the game for damn near 20 years, bro. Don't do that. Do not do that, man. But at least he had the balls to do it. At least he had the balls to do it. It was retarded of him, but at least he had the balls to do it. So kudos to him.
Man, that's gotta be a tough one to rebuttal. Still, for the most part, Chyke has excelled, using the forward momentum to propel himself.
But that's
into
not
the
bad
eyes
though. I thought the blemish was gonna be worse. That's not bad. But hey, one thing I can say, all publicity is good publicity. All publicity is good publicity. So man, him even being featured on him even like being name dropped on Joey Badass record and a diss record, I mean, that's still good for him, man. It's still good for him.
Ears of more fans than ever before. But he's not the only one who's managed to receive increased exposure. The only problem for the next guy is that he's proven to be far more divisive in the process. Raised in the Baldwin Park area of LA, Lefty Gunplay began his rap career following his most recent stint in prison and almost immediately hit the ground running. After proclaiming himself Rookie of the Year on his debut mixtape, Lefty has persistently rose to the occasion and captivated audiences with his wild personality and similarly crazed and tatted aesthetic.
What's the craziest thing I've seen about me on the internet? The drawings that they make. Whoever made that drawing, like, man, I'll break your fingers, dog, on the set. Like, if I see you in person, like, you wouldn't do that. Like, I'll make a drawing about you and your mom.
So when he turned up on Kendrick Lamar's TV Off, Lefty took the ball and ran with it. In fact, if you didn't know better, you'd think that he was intent on making a living off of 4 words.
Scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Way that way, on the dead homies.
Now, why would he think that a Kendrick would bring him up just to say those 4 words repeated? Like, you really didn't have any bars to where it's worthy of you coming up on stage. I don't get it. I don't understand, man.
I get it. Hey, you gotta bring a bigger speaker.
Following his release of TV Off, Lefty's streaming numbers surged by 84%. The song has sold 2 million units in the US and peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. And while it has become an ironic moment on the project, some naysayers, such as Whack 100, have argued that it barely even counts.
Well, on the GNX album, Lefty Gunplay shows up on TV Off. And I interviewed Lefty.
He shows up on where?
TV Off.
You're lying. Lefty's not on no verse.
He's at the end. Doing a chant.
Cap. Lefty's not on no verse.
He does a chant at the end.
He does what?
A chant.
Hold on. A chant?
Yeah.
Is this some new 2024 thing? Because I've never heard of, I got a chant on a certain song.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll go for a bridge. I'll go for a hook. Fuck it. Tell me you on the ad-libs. But don't tell me
that's
a hook at the
fact.
end.
No, that's not a hook.
It's
That's
kind of a
fact.
hook. It's
No.
hookish. It's a hook at the
I'm
end.
about to say something, bro.
Hey, I ain't gonna
Just
cap
kinda-
too, bruh. Whack 100, bruh. He's become one of my favorites, bro. I ain't gonna cap. This man is hilarious.